bonus today. Hey guys, welcome to the Tech Chat. Now these are 3 of the very best flagship phones you can buy. But if you're looking for a new phone, which one should you go for? Well, let's start with the price, because for most of us, that's going to be the biggest deciding factor. Obviously, these are all very expensive phones. The Pixel 2 starts at £629, the Galaxy S8's £689, and the iPhone 8 is £699. So actually, there's not a whole lot between them, only about 70 quid. Although, since the S8's been out since last April, it is quite easy to find it for less than 600 now. So if you shop around, I reckon the S8 will end up being the cheapest. Size-wise, the iPhone 8 is the smallest, the thinnest, and the lightest. But the S8's much higher 83% screen-to-body ratio means it can fit a much bigger 5.8-inch screen inside a body that's less than a millimeter wider than the iPhone, and it's actually still narrower than the Pixel. The S8 is taller though due to its slightly different aspect ratio, but I have to say that having held all 3, the size difference isn't really that significant, but the S8's much bigger screen is, and also the slightly curved edges make it really nice to hold. So in terms of design and style, personally I reckon the S8 comes out on top, followed by the still classy iPhone 8, even if we have had the same design for 4 years now, with the Pixel 2 not really feeling quite as premium as the others. So while I do think the S8 has the best design overall, the iPhone and the Pixel do have stereo speakers, something the S8 lacks. But at the same time, the S8 is the only phone out of these 3 to still offer headphone jack, which is still quite important to me, but they do all offer Bluetooth 5. So screen sizes range from 4.7 inches on the iPhone 8, 5 inches on the Pixel, and 5.8 inches on the S8. I reckon the S8 once again probably comes out on top. It's the highest resolution, it's the brightest, it uses an AMOLED panel for better contrast and more vibrant colors, and also supports high dynamic range. The Pixel 2 also uses an OLED-based screen, which looks great, and the Full HD resolution is sharper than the iPhone's. But at the same time, the iPhone does support HDR, and I think Apple's True Tone feature, which adjusts the screen's color temperature based on your ambient lighting around you, is quite cool. Now, considering these are all flagship phones, as you would expect, performance is not an issue at all. They'll all run any app and game from the App Store flawlessly. They're super fast. In real-world use, I would say the Pixel 2, with its stock Android 8 Oreo software, feels the fastest to use. The iPhone 8 is a little more consistently smooth and responsive than the S8, which has Samsung's experienced UI skin on top of Android. But one of the advantages of Android is that you can change these skins. You can install different themes and sort of overlays and skins to speed it up. And you can also go into the developer options on your Android phone and reduce animation times, which again makes it feel a bit faster. But as always, the difference isn't that big anymore. The performance is fantastic on all 3, and stick with the software that you prefer using, rather than which one opens apps a few milliseconds quicker. Now, I always want the phone with the best camera possible, I'm sure you do too, and all 3 of these phones offer 12 megapixel cameras with an f1.8 aperture on the Pixel and iPhone and f1.7 on the S8. So on paper, there's not a whole lot in it. They all have excellent cameras. But which is best? Well, according to DxOMark, it's the Pixel 2, scoring 98, the highest ever for a smartphone. Now, I do always take these benchmarks and scores with a pinch of salt, and I will be doing a full camera comparison soon when I get all 3 phones together at the same time so I can do like-for-like shots. That's the only way really of comparing it. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for that. But on paper, according to this one benchmark, the Pixel 2 is the best, but we'll see. The Galaxy S8 has the biggest battery with its 3000 mAh cell, but it also has the biggest screen and the highest resolution to cope with. Basically, all 3 will get you through a solid day, but not a whole lot more. But the good news is they all support fast charging, although slightly annoyingly for the iPhone you actually have to buy that fast charger separately, and also the iPhone and S8 offer wireless charging. So what are the standout features for each phone? Well, the iPhone 8 may appeal to you because it runs iOS, and you're used to it or you prefer it to Android. The iPhone's also the only phone on the market to offer 4K video at 60 frames per second. The Pixel 2 feels the fastest thanks to stock Android, and according to DxOMark, it has the best camera. And then the Galaxy S8, which in my opinion has the best design and also the best display, and I think if you shop around, probably also the lowest price. So it's actually really hard to say which one is best. They all have their pros and cons. But if I absolutely had to choose one right now, I would probably go for the Galaxy S8. But what about you? Click on the poll at the top right and vote for your favorite, and let me know why in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, click that like and subscribe button down there. and I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat. While I still got you, the guys over at CrowdWiz, who kindly sponsored this video, are launching their new community-based investment platform, which is launching on October 18th. Based on the concept of crowd wisdom, they're democratizing the investment process, which is just a fancy way of saying that they're using the collective opinion of a community to make investments in cryptocurrencies. You can find out everything you need to know at crowdwiz.io, I'll put a link in the description, and see if joining a community-based investment program is something you might be interested in. The pre-launch is today, the 10th of October, and now's a good time to give it a try as there's some great launch bonuses. So go and check out crowdwiz.io, the link's in the description, and maybe give it a go because their aim is to help you make wiser and also more profitable investment decisions.